Hey guys, I'm Matthew, and this is a series where I make a web design related video every day for 25 days. This is video 8, how to change the mouse cursor on your WordPress website. In your browser of choice, you can navigate to your WordPress dashboard. So this is the website that we're going to change today. I'm going to change the mouse cursor from the default one to a custom image. This is the image that I'm going to use. You can use any image you want, but it might make sense to use a simple image because your mouse will be really small generally. So this is the image that we're going to use, and the first thing we need to do is remove the background of the image. The way that we do that is by opening a new tab and then typing in pixelcut.ai. On the homepage of pixelcut.ai, you can click on background remover and then click upload image. This is the image that we want, so I'm going to click on it and then click open. The background was removed, but there's a bit more that was removed than what I wanted, so I'm going to click on refine and then click on restore. And now I get to choose what I want to restore. So I'm going to hold down the left click button on the mouse and then drag my cursor along the parts that I want to restore. This doesn't have to be perfect because, again, your cursor is going to be very small and most of these smaller details won't be noticed. So I'm going to click done because I think that looks fine, and then I'll click download. I'm going to save it as no back. And then click save. Now I'm going to check it by clicking on it, and I think that looks good. The second thing that I need to do is make sure that the height of the image is 32 pixels and the width of the image is 32 pixels. It will generally say wherever you're viewing it what those dimensions are. Over here I can see it at the bottom, so the width is 500 pixels and the height is 349 pixels. So to make these dimensions 32 and 32 like they need to be, I'm going to open another tab and then type in the image editor. And I'm just going to click on the first link. There's a whole range of options here, but we're going to click on resize image because that's what we want. And I'm going to close the ad. Once you get to this screen, you can click on select image. I'll select our image and then click open. And then on the right, we'll look at the resize options and change the width to 32 and change the height to 32. So if we click away now, just here in this white space, we'll see that the width changed to 45. And the reason for that is because this box is ticked, so we want to untick that box and then change it back to 32. So unticking this box does mean that our image might warp a bit, and that just means that it might stretch lengthwise or width to accommodate those dimensions, but it's usually not that noticeable, again just because the cursor size is so small anyway. I'm fine with it. So I'm going to click on resize image and then click on download, and then I'll click save. Let's check it by clicking on it here, and I'm going to zoom in. I can see that it stretched a bit, but I think that's fine. So I'm going to click X, and now I'm going to go back to my dashboard, and I'm actually not logged in, so let me do that quickly. Cool, now that I'm logged in, I'm going to click over here, and then I'm going to go to media and click on add new media file, and then I'm going to click select files. This is the file that we want, so I'll click on that and click open. I want to see more details, so I'll click edit, and over here by dimensions I can see it's 32 by 32, and that's perfect. So now I'm going to duplicate this tab by right clicking and then clicking duplicate, and then I'm going to click on appearance and customize. I'll click on additional CSS. And now, using the link in the description, I'm gonna open a file. And then I'm gonna copy everything under option 1 and go back. And then I'm gonna paste it here. Now, all I have to do is change this URL. So I'll go back to the first tab and click copy URL to clipboard, then go back and then paste it here. And now that means that when I hover over my site, it's no longer using the default mouse cursor. You can't see it working on external links like buttons and here at the bottom. But if you click publish and then go back to the first tab and then click over here in the corner, now you can see that it works on the buttons. So what if you wanted a different icon to show up when you hovered over the buttons? What if you wanted different mouse cursors when you scroll through your website? If that's something you want, then go back to the document from the link in the description and copy out option 2. Then go back and delete all of this text and then paste. So now over here in the first part where it says image 1, you can paste an image URL, and then in part 2 you can paste a different image URL. So if I go back to the first tab and then click in the corner here, I'll go to media and add new media file, and now I'm going to choose the second image that I want to use as a cursor by clicking on select files. I'll select our new file, click open, and then click edit. And for our new file, I can see that the dimensions are correct, so I'm gonna copy the URL. Now I'll go back to the next tab and then paste the new image URL, and then go back to the first tab and navigate back to my first cursor image and click on that, and then copy the URL, and then go to the second tab and paste that URL here. And now I can see when I hover over buttons, there's a different image. I'm gonna click publish and go back to the first tab, close this, and then click here. And I can see that all of the buttons are working. And that's it. I'll go to the next tab, and the tip to make this look a bit less messy is to delete the domain name or this section of the URL, and the same in the second part, and that'll still work, so you can click publish. If you have a long domain name, it really helps a lot. So now I'll go back to the first one and refresh just to make sure that it's still working, and it's still working. Cool. If you want to change the size of your logo, make it bigger or smaller, your mouse cursor, then let me know and I'll talk about it in another video. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more.